Hi, I'm Peter Haddock and I'm here today at the Highways UK show, but I'm also with Jan, and you've come over from Finland to be here with us at the Infrakit stand. Now folks, what's really important to me, Scandinavia, great place. One, my wife's family's from there, so I've visited numerous times, but one of the things that Scandinavia's done is adopted machine control, tilt rotator technology, advancements in digital way faster than any other part of Europe. And I think one of the fantastic elements of today is that Infrakit have come here to actually show people what collaboration looks like, because your system is completely open source, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Tell me a little bit about Infrakit, what it actually does and why the open source is important.
It started all off with the sites where there was lack of communication between machines and the office.
Yeah.
So when something is changing in a design, then when does it end up at the machine?
Right, yeah.
So machines were standing still,
Yep.
maybe a week, and then got new information.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big country, you know.
Yeah.
And if you need to travel there, that's long distance, etc., etc. So that's always difficult. So it started off with that, to connect the machines to the internet and to bring them the models they need immediately when they are changing or new or whatever.
Yep.
So and then the open source is important to be adapted worldwide.
Right.
Of course.
Yeah. So what we're saying here, folks, is the Infrakit system, I've had a look at it before I talk to you. It's a cloud-based system which takes in data from all different types of manufacturers' information, OEMs. Also, you know, I know you've recently been doing a lot of work with Leica Geosystems and their parent company Hexagon to take in all of the data, so that no matter where that data comes from, if one machine's got a Leica system on it, it's got another machine's got another system on it, then fundamentally it doesn't matter. All that comes into Infrakit and that sorts it out, doesn't it?
It's even wider nowadays, because now even everything what is connected to Conx, for instance, so also total stations and rovers, all that information can flow to and from, and that way all the as-built information is also flowing into one system.
Right, so that is all the model that we create in the 3D earthworks model in an earthworks project.
Yes.
We've got all the scanning data, that's coming in. Infrakit is creating a model from that. That model is actually machine dig ready model. So that model can send everything out. It can send it out to multiple different platforms across the site.
Yes.
And therefore you're managing it from a central point. And what about the accessibility for the site manager? And you know, can they access that data with the tablets, or what happens?
That is interesting, of course, because when everything is in one place, and you have internet connection, you can reach it also from everywhere where you are. So if you have your tablet and you are on the other side of the country, you obviously can just connect to the internet, to the platform, use your credentials, and then have the information.
And so what's really interesting is the fact that you're now coming heavily more into the UK marketplace, because we have actually obviously sped up with machine control and data in the last few years in particular. And all that knowledge you've gathered from working with businesses, projects large and small, has been put into the system, and that's what makes it so much more accessible, that you're not having any barriers, are there, to where you can do or how you enter it?
Because it's flowing automatically. People don't need to do specific things to get all the information in Infrakit. It is set up once for the project, and then you have it. So you have your model and you have your as-builts, and we compare them automatically.
Right.
For instance. So you can do your quality control from wherever you are.
Right, so if I'm getting this right, this is a very, very big tool, because fundamentally I'm responsible for that part of a huge project. All that data for the whole project is there. I can then see if that section is on time, on budget, and we're doing the work that we're doing. We can see the materials that have gone in, we can see the movements and the actual as-built. But also the main, so in this case, highways UK, national highways, the main national highways, you may have 10 or 15 different sections of the project, have one Infrakit login to see the whole of that project.
And that not only from the owner's point of view, but also from the constructor's point of view, and obviously all the subcontractors. You can all collect them in one project together.
And this is all about all the data, one place, the connected worksite, the Infrakit, the kit is all there, the information is all there, and it's all ready to go, isn't it?
Yeah, because we connect to all the other softwares that are needed, and collect the information and bring the information.
Yeah.
So if, for instance, this Conx is connected to Infrakit, we push a model to Conx, and Conx is putting it to the model seamlessly. You don't need to do anything about that.
So just so do we understand that, folks, Infrakit, main model, whole project on there. Fundamentally then, we've got Conx, which is linking all of the Leica Geosystems, surveying machinery, mobile mapping, 3D machine control. You're then saying the model, say there's been some changes to the overall project, that pushes that straight through Conx. Conx is a conduit that goes straight out into all those other places and then sucks it all back in as the machines do digging and as the machines build. So it's fundamentally one version of the truth.
Yeah, and one version of the truth, and a lot of savings in that way. You don't need to travel to a machine, you can do it seamlessly. You also can use the machine taking the as-builts as a surveying equipment.
Yes.
So you can save a lot of time and mistakes and all these kinds of things together, and surveying time. Surveyors, we have a lack of surveyors in any country. So to get that information through the machine itself is marvelous. So
buckets down into the ditch once they've dug that trench. They're actually being the surveyor. They're sending that information back. Look, Jan, this is hugely complex, but yet super simple. And so the data storage is absolutely massive for this. But the one thing I'm going to leave you with, folks, is remember, so we come to the end of the project. We see how that is. We've now got the digital twin of that project. We know where everything is. So when we're looking after the roads and the infrastructure, if we have some kind of degradation in that area, we know where all of the services are, where everything is. We've got that digital twin model that goes on to the life cycle of this project, so we can keep our roads working. And that's the most important thing, especially in the UK at the moment. Took me a long time to get here today because there's traffic jams all over the UK, unfortunately, as we do more work and as we make our infrastructure better. Jan, it's been a pleasure to meet you, and I expect to see you next year perhaps when we go on site in Scandinavia to see how these guys are using Infrakit to make better outcomes, not just for the projects, but for the carbon emissions in our planet. Thanks very much.
Thank you.